Hello, welcome to Shift. This is the first demo of Shift. We're going to show you how, using the program, you can create a company, create areas at that company, put resources into those areas, and schedule a day of those resources, and do it all in about 3 minutes. Start by touching some of the coaching tips here so you see the basic controls on the front screen of Shift. These are sites that have already been created using Shift. You can see we've got 3 little sample sites there. You can create sites from this screen and do configuration. Let's create a new site. So we're going to call this site JimboCo, and we'll make this site a factory. Okay, we'll create it, and there's JimboCo with no areas. So now let's touch JimboCo to open it up and go inside. There's JimboCo. It's kind of a blank slate. Looking at the coaching trips on this side, you can see they're pretty much similar to what we saw on the first side, except now we're talking about areas instead of sites. So let's create some areas for JimboCo. Let's make 4 areas. And we'll turn the first area into the office. And the next area, we'll say that's accounting. And the next area, we'll say that's our assembly line. It is a factory. And the last area, we're going to just go ahead and make that a company garage. Okay. So now, we have 4 areas in JimboCo, but there's still not much going on. Now we're going to go in and add some resources to those areas. So we'll open the tray at the bottom of the screen, and under Equipment, let's give JimboCo a couple of vehicles. First, we'll create a car, and we'll just say it's a Ford, and it's car number 1, and we'll go in and create it. And you can see it gives it a little nickname, Ford 1, right down there at the bottom. Okay, let's create a new vehicle. This time, we're going to make ourselves a pickup truck, and while we took the nickname generated by the program the first time, this time we'll go in and show that we can directly give it whatever nickname we want for display purposes. So there we go, F-150s down at the bottom. So we've got a car and a truck. Let's go over to the people side and add some human resources. We'll start off in the office. We'll create the big boss, and the boss of JimboCo, of course, is Jumbo. And there he is, Jim J, down at the bottom. You see he automatically gets a nickname too. He's got a little seat in the shooting. He's got a little tie on, so you know he's the boss. Okay, now let's go in and give Jim some company. We'll create employee number 2 here, and this will be his son, Jimmy Jimbo. And now we'll create the vice president who thinks he's going to take over when Jim retires. We'll call him Kevin Dumbo. Now that we have some managers, let's start adding a few workers here. Let's see, we'll just give this guy worker number 1, and we'll make him Steve. Steve, and we'll make worker number 2, and we'll make Barb, not Bard, Bah. Okay, there's Barb, and then we'll go on to worker number 3, and Karen with a C, not Ka, but Crow, how's that? Okay, and let's do one more. We'll make worker number 4 here, and we'll make him Darren Dill. Okay, now we have 3 managers and 4 workers. Pretty small crew, but let's start seeing what those people do. Here's our day and our areas again, and they're all nice and blank. Pop open our drawer of people. Now, we'll take Jim, and we put him in the front office, where our boss should be. We'll grab Vice President Kevin and put him in accounting. And we'll take some workers. We'll take Steve and Karen Crow and drop them on the assembly line. Now let's go back over here to equipment. let's take our cars, our Ford car and our F-150 truck, and we'll drop them in the garage. And let's put Junior here in charge of the garage. But in addition to having people just working in the garage, there's one more thing we can do. Let's take Barb here and put her actually driving that car. And let's put Darren in the truck. So now you can see that those people aren't just assigned to that area, they're actually assigned to that piece of equipment. So there we have a shift laid out at Jimboco. If we go to the second shift, you'll see all our resources are back in the drawer again to be assigned. So we've created a company, created areas in that company, created resources, and assigned them.